everybody? It's the Showstopper with my man Paul, and welcome to the Atomic Drop Podcast, the best show at the 10 o'clock hour. You know it, baby. And this is the man. Yeah, let me talk to you. We'll be back in 1 minute, talking Raw, Smackdown, and the end of SummerSlam. See you in a minute. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Atomic Drop Podcast. I am your host tonight, the Showstopper, Cowboy Dave in the house. How's everybody doing? My main man Paul to the left of me here. How you doing, big man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. What a week in wrestling, brother. Man, incredible week. Incredible week again.
SummerSlam is over. Raw was Monday night. Smackdown tonight. We are rolling. We are back. Everything is rolling on wrestling-wise. If you're not a wrestling fan, then you got problems because there's so much going on in the WWE right now, big man.
Yeah, you already know that. Let's get it started, Dave. Let's talk about some Raw here, man. What match do you want to start with, Dave? The aftermath of SummerSlam. I didn't think it could get any better, Dave, but I tell you what, man. Raw doesn't let you down, especially after pay-per-view. What match do you want to start with, Dave?
I would tell you right now, man, Raw had me confused. All can get. My man Gunther wins the WWE title at SummerSlam, starts off Raw, and I'm thinking, okay, who's going to be his next opponent? Not for the life of me, Mr. Man, Mr. Paul, Mr. Spencer, Mr. Fuji, whatever you want to call yourself. It doesn't matter. Not for the life of me did I realize it was going to be the Legend Killer, Randy Orton, is the new number one contender for the WWE title on Raw for Gunther? Paul, I did not see this coming. I got to be honest, man.
Dave, that word confusion, man, it had me confused too because I'm thinking like, okay, damn, what like a way to come out here and, celebrate your title, getting the title there. And then within the first 3 minutes, it's RKO, the Viper, comes out. Dave, I thought it's honestly, okay, I'm thinking like, okay, you know what? This is just a little showmanship here. You don't deserve the title shot. I'm not letting you do it. Who are you? I'm a legend. The whole thing, Dave. But, Dave, my God, RKO, the Viper versus Gunther here. Already, Dave, set in Bash in Berlin.
We have seen it before. It's not the first time these two have gone at it because if you remember, Paul, they went back at it, a King of the Ring. True. And my man, Randy Orton, shoulders were not pinned to that match. So my man Triple H said, you know what? Let's have another rematch and we'll do it again, which I love it because that's what Randy Orton deserves, is a rematch without a shadow of a doubt. And who better than to have a Randy Orton RKO, the Legend Killer that we know and love, against Gunther, the longest reigning intercontinental champion of all time, and now the WWE champion. Paul, you got to love this, man.
No, I do, Dave, but, you look at this at different ways, Dave. Okay, yes, he was 666 days as the Intercontinental title holder. I get that. But we talked about it, Dave, and I listen to you and Ken all the time, and you guys say that he deserves that bigger title. Finally, he gets that title, Dave. But, Dave, right away after SummerSlam, he walks into the ring, belt on his shoulder, top of the world here, and then all of a sudden, what name comes into Legend Killer? Dave, I just got to ask you, do you think this is RKO's time just to say, I win it? You know what, now, because I'm getting older, my body's not what it is, Dave. What do you see? Because the word I really want to use, Dave, between both of them is respect. The handshake, Dave. The handshake really got me going, like, two people in this ring, juggernauts in this ring. It's not a David versus Goliath. It is a juggernaut match, Goliath versus Goliath, basically. But that handshake proved to me that the respect is there between these guys.
Well, the respect is definitely there, Paul, without a shadow of a doubt. But my thing is, too, Randy Orton is a 14-time WWE champion.
Oh,
So you have to put that in perspective. But here's the thing. I think Randy is going to put over Gunther, which Gunther really doesn't need put over because, God forbid, he is the WWE champion, and he's one of the best top wrestlers in this business today. So
sure.
putting over Gunther, to me, it really doesn't matter either way. I mean, is Randy going out there trying to get a win? Sure. I mean, would you like to see Randy Orton champion? Yeah, I would. But here's the thing: Gunther's not going to. He's not going. This reign doesn't. It's not going to be that short, Paul. I'm not seeing that.
What is the benefit of this, Dave? Okay, Gunther, yes, he is that top wrestler. Of course, we know name wise, just like you said, 14-time, legend killer here, Randy Orton, the Viper. But if let's just say push a storyline here, Dave. Let's just say it's one hell of a match, which we know we're going to get. Of course, we know that at Bash in Berlin, we know that. But Dave, what does Randy Orton get out of this if he loses? Because yes, you are fighting one of the top three wrestlers in the WWE at this time right now. What does he get? What push does he get, or what downfall does Randy Orton get from this match? Either way,
It doesn't kill Randy either way. It just makes it. It's just a great match between two guys who have a legend who's been in the business forever. Knowing Randy, who being God, he's fighting John Cena, Shawn Michaels. The list goes on and on for Randy. Seth Rollins. Everybody's fighting Randy Orton one way or another, and Gunther, who's working his way up, who's actually there already, making his way up because he is the champion. But Gunther, he still has. He's got to be like a John Cena, like just beat everybody. Like Cena Nation, like what Cena did. He made his way to the top, and Cena stayed there for the longest time. So I think this is kind of like a Gunther being a Cena type deal. But then again, I mean, I would love to see, me, Paul, I would love to see Randy Orton as champion. But you know what? I'm not seeing this happening right now. But you're fighting a legend killer. That's all that counts.
Yeah, I know, Dave. In a way, I do want him to win this because, what better way to have the legend killer for now 15-time champion? I get that. Just like you mentioned, John Cena, arguably one of the best in the ring as well. RKO, Viper, same thing here. But Dave, in a way, I hope he doesn't win. Let me tell you why.
Why is that?
Because I won't hear the end of you. Am I right or wrong?
What, on Randy? I love Randy. I love Randy.
That's what I mean.
Well,
I'm never going to
I am so torn right now between the U.S. champion, who I love, L.A. Knight, and my man Randy Orton, who's a 14-time WWE champion. I thank God they're on separate shows because I get to watch them both, which I really love.
Dave, hold on a second. I'm just going to be that guy where we need a moment of silence to please pray that L.A. Knight doesn't continue to win and Randy Orton does continue to win, because I will never hear the end of you.
If they both win, then you'll never hear the end of me.
That's what I mean. That's what. At least one of them, please lose, because I can't hear this guy 24/7.
I have nothing against Gunther. You know that. I like Gunther. I think he's a great champ. And you know what, too? I like about Gunther. He does dress nice. I'll give him that. He had a nice suit on, nice tie, looking good. Kind of like a Ric Flair moment there when you're being a champion, because Ric Flair was always, styling and profiling. So I kind of like that, too. I'm going to put that in perspective. But
he does have the CEO look when he comes out there like that.
Yeah, he looks good.
Very intellectual type guy. I want him to come out and drop the Gunther music. That I want to hear. Stop hearing the Imperium. I want him to come out next time to ZZ Top, sharp dressed man.
But like Randy said, coming out here, who's going to match you move for move? Who's going to match you counter to counter? And who's smooth and smoother? Which I love. That line just got to me. Lisa.
Okay, but here's my thing, Dave. Before we move on to the next matchup, because we talked about this one, my thing is this. Okay, we know Gunther can go 60 minutes in a match. We've seen him, like the Iron Man. He can do those type matches. Where do you see Randy Orton, Dave? The injury's still there. I know people say he's back to normal. But Dave, I don't think he is, man. And the cardio is not Randy Orton. Not 14-time Randy Orton. It's like 7 to 8-time Randy Orton. Where do you see that?
When you're in the ring with Randy Orton, Paul, you got to understand he's perfection. Okay, and that's what Randy Orton is, perfection. And if you screw up, he'll tell you messed up. Okay, and he'll ask Kennedy. He'll tell you that Kennedy messed up 3 times in the ring with Randy Orton, and Randy was pissed. Okay, so when you are perfect, when you go move for Randy, he'll go with you. Okay, the injuries are still there. I'm not saying you're wrong, but if you do it professional-wise, nobody will get injured, and Randy will make it happen, and he'll put Gunther over, and Gunther will win. So.
No, I don't disagree with you, Dave. I agree with that. He is a technician in the ring. He is fundamentally over superior on his moves and storyline telling in the ring. He does that. I give him credit 100%. But what I mean, Dave, is that longevity of a long match where, is it just going to be, Randy gets his shot, Gunther comes back, gets his shot. We see the chops because, man, those chops, if they hit anybody, they're knocking you out. Regardless of who you are. I don't care if you're 16-time, 18-time, one-time champion. You feel it. But my thing is, how long is Randy Orton going to be able to go in this match? Because Dave, Gunther puts you over the top. He pushes you and pushes you and pushes you physically, and it feels like mentally. Like one of those chops, Dave, I'm done. I'm tapping out, brother.
Oh, I'm done after one. Yeah, I'll call it a day. But no, I get it. How long can Randy go? Randy can go, I'll say 45 minutes maybe. I'm not going to say he's going to go quite an hour, but half hour, 45 minutes at best, because Randy's he's still in the best shape. He's still in top tip shape. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, but Gunther is no joke, man. I'm telling you.
That's what I mean.
I mean, Gunther can go. We know that. But I would love to see. To me, it's going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to it. And if Randy does so happen to win, I would be so excited. I'm just telling you right now.
Dave, I'll tell you what. If that happens, this is what's going to happen to you. You're going muted for about 5 days. Okay. I'm muting your ass on every social media platform we're on. And by the way, we're on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Make sure you like, share, subscribe out there.
Yeah, that's 10 o'clock hour show in wrestling right now, baby. Right now, let's go.
You already know. So what better way? We have 76 people tuned in right now. Let us know how you feel about each match. We appreciate you guys tuning in. So, Dave, let's get into some comments. One of our hosts, Big Blue Power Hour, Evan, who just did a great show talking about New York Giants there, preseason action against the Lions. He says, Randy elevates new talent. He's already established this about giving back to the next generation. He's been setting up guys for the next years. I agree, Dave, and that's exactly what you said too. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It's Evan. You hit it right on the head. You're absolutely right. Randy's going to put over Gunther, and that's exactly what he's going to do. But who knows? Maybe Triple H will give him another title run. That'd be great. I'd be okay.
I mean, you listen. There's a thing called you paid your dues, and my man's paid dues times 2 already. So you know what? Hey, anything can happen, right?
But the thing is about Triple H, and I was saying this earlier, he's going back, and that's what Triple H does. He looks back at things, going back to King of the Ring, where Gunther never did pin Randy. His shoulders were up. So,
I mean, the storyline's a hell of a scenario, Dave. Like just with SummerSlam, how did we predict how many titles changed hands? And you thought, like, holy shit, that really is not going to happen, but it did. The storyline with Triple H is insane, Dave.
Was it 4 titles changed hands at SummerSlam? I think it was 4.
Yeah, the only one to stay was Liv, wasn't it?
Was the only one to stay Liv and Cody were the only 2 that stayed. So go ahead.
But Evan says, Braun Breaker's the future Montez for young guys who are late in 20s can be around for a bit. I agree with you, but I'd like to see Montez get a singles type, with him. I don't know, Dave. I don't like I think you get pushed back when you're a tag team partner, of course. I'd like to see him elevate Montez Ford. He has, the superior athletic ability. I'd like to see him make a push for maybe the IC, maybe, the United States champion.
Not many wrestlers, Paul, honestly, when you're a tag team wrestler, not many wrestlers get pushed with your tag team because they like to keep you together. I mean, kudos to Shawn Michaels and, Marty Jannetty going the Rockers. Shawn went on his way. Shawn made his career. Shawn did great. But I'm just saying there are wrestlers out there that don't do so good when they go solo without their tag team partner. So Montez Ford, I love Montez Ford. I think he's amazing, but he's got to stick with the Profits because that's what he's known for and that's what he's best for. So.
No, I agree with that 100%, Dave. I don't disagree with you there, but I think, in order for him to be pushed into a major category, because Dave, even they're not really putting him in the tag team top, category right now. He's been on the burner for a while. You got, A-Town down for a while. You got DOI, of course. You got all these tag teams. And superior-wise, you look at him, and it's insane what he does. So, I hope he gets a push.
Kudos to DIY, Paul. I love DIY. I love Ciampa, and I love Johnny Wrestling. I'm such a fan. And actually, they did win tonight, which I was very happy to see.
I will not talk about that.
We'll go back. We'll get over that to SmackDown later on in the show. Yeah. But my thing is, tag teams to me, they have to stick together because if they don't, going separate, it's just tough. It's hard because you try to make a name for yourself. You try to go after the title, and then you leave your partner in the dust. It's not the same. I mean, look at The Miz. I mean, I guess Miz is an exception because he had Morrison all those years. But it's just not many make it big. They just don't.
Yeah, well, The Miz was a lot different, man. He was so much better on a solo, better on the mic by himself. Now it's just, to me, Dave, I don't even want to get into it. To me, it's more comical because, our truth, awesome truth here. It's more comical to me where when I used to see The Miz, by himself, he was so great on the mic. He came into the ring, did his thing. Love him, hate him. That's just the way he was. And I agree. When you're on tag team, you don't get that push because you don't want to leave your partner, Dave. Just like us on the Wednesday night show.
I
If
mean,
I
I mean,
leave, you're missing. I miss you.
right,
You miss
right.
me. Same thing. You know what I mean?
The greatest tag teams in the world. I mean, the British Bulldogs, the Killer Bees, Valentine Beefcake, Demolition, the Road Warriors. The list goes on and on.
Agree.
And being a tag team, it's just hard going by yourself. It's not easy.
Agree. Evan says, Randy Orton's style changed with each injury. If you look at him back, he's a lot heavier. He looks like 280 now. But man, listen, I don't care if he's 280, 300. If I could have one body in the WWE for years, it would be Randy Orton's body.
280, but looks outstanding for 280 if that's what he is. I mean, my God, Randy's never looked this good in his life.
But you know the thing too, Dave, is we've seen Randy Orton a lot lighter back in the day. Of course, we've seen that, in the younger days. But even though you gain weight here, I give him so much credit because, yes, you gained weight. You've slowed down a little bit, not what we've seen before. But you've evolved, Dave. You still know how to take your bumps. You still know how to, secure your moves. But I give him so much credit. Even though he's gained the weight, his body is still exceptional, and his cardio is still there, too.
Well, put in perspective, Paul, he was out for 6 months. So that does take a toll on your body being out for that long of time.
Now, what was it? A neck injury, correct?
It was a neck injury, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know what it feels like because I had the cervical plate put in my neck, and I'm not the same. I'd be out too.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and Randy adjusts. Randy is he's just perfection.
And look who's checking in. The lady of the 10 o'clock hour. It is
Linda.
What's going on?
Hello.
What's going on? Last comment we got before we get to the next match. Evan says, I want to see the Netflix Raw. I want to see a little bit more edge. Dave, we'll hold on to that topic there. Let's talk about that a little bit later because I think it's really going to be different with Netflix.
It's going to be more PG-13.
Adultified, basically. Yes.
It's going to be like back in the '90s Raw days when you had DX and those guys when Sean and Hunter they said anything on TV they didn't care.
The censorship's going to be gone. I mean, how many times this past year we're watching the event and then all of a sudden you hear this like. Pause for a second. Like, what happened? Is it my TV? I'm calling you, Dave. Did your TV go out? No, mine didn't go out. Okay, what is it? It's the FAA. Saying you can't say that. You know what I mean?
Right. But, exactly.
Dave, what match you want to talk about next?
Let's go Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. What a match that was. Let me tell you.
Dave, I'm going to tell you real quick. Ludwig Kaiser, to me, is one of the most underrated technical wrestlers, I think, in the WWE.
Dude, and he's so built. My God, he's huge. I mean, you see his size. I mean, I know he's not the best technical. He's good, but he's a built dude. I mean,
he's got to be doing something right. He's dating Tiffany Stratton. He's got to be doing something right, Dave.
This is true. Good point. Good point.
You know what I mean?
Good point. Good to see Sheamus get the win. I like Sheamus a lot. But to me, Sheamus, does he really deserve the win? I mean, can he put Ludwig over? I mean, Sheamus has had his time. He's been WWE champion. I don't get it.
Dave, you and this deserving stuff, okay? Just like with Cody Rhodes to finish the story. Now you're on the LA Knight thing in the group chat saying, finally. Dave, does he deserve it? Dave, Gunther is just so, Sheamus is so superior, Dave. Yes, he deserves it. He is one of the baddest dudes in the WWE. Dave.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not nothing against Sheamus. I mean, he's got one. I think he has the record for the quickest pin in WWE championship. I think that's what I read that. But and WrestleMania, I have nothing against Sheamus. I love Sheamus. How can you not love the human jar of minis? Are you kidding me? Come on.
If the big man was here, Ken Fry, he would whip your ass for saying that.
I know, but he's not here. It doesn't matter my partner's not here tonight, so it's fine. But what I'm saying is, I like Ludwig Kaiser. I really do, but I think Sheamus could have put him over. I mean, it's
yeah. But, okay, going to this match, Dave, do you think it's over between these two? Because I love how they fought. This match, Dave, had me, sitting on the edge of my seat, wow.
Nah, because you got Pete Dunne in the mix, too. And Pete Dunne and Sheamus are on different pages, too. So, this is far from over. This is not – you'll see this for a while.
But what it told me, Dave, is, we always see Pete Dunne come out there tonight, on Monday night, of course, not tonight. But Sheamus had his eyes open for this. He caught him. But he's always now it opens up that trilogy, Dave. Not trilogy, 3 fights basically, but 3 people in the ring, like a fatal 3-way here. Now we have, Pete Dunne, we have Kaiser, we have Sheamus. Where do you see this going, Dave? Because I can go for another round of Ludwig versus Sheamus. I really can.
Yeah, I think I can see it too. Yeah, you're going to see it a couple of Monday nights coming up. It's good. It's actually good. I mean, Sheamus might win one. Kaiser might win one. Yeah, who's to say? But I like the Pete Dunne interference because Pete Dunne's pissed because he was with Sheamus and Sheamus left and he got upset. And I see his point.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, but I love Pete Dunne. I'm a fan. I really am.
Are you really? Are you really?
Oh yeah, he's good. He's really good. Yeah,
He's good, but he's like that JD McDonough to me, like that little troll that bothers people. You know what I mean? That's just me, Dave. That's just me.
yeah. Don't even get me started with JD McDonough.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he's on anybody's radar other than a troll or a what do you want to call it?
Well, you got to remember too. Going back to Sheamus, he is a fan favorite. People do love Sheamus, and I get it.
Right.
I mean, they love the smack on the chest, and they count, and the brogue kick, and what's his slogan again? Banger after banger after banger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing, Dave, is it had me cracking up. Listen to Pat McAfee on Monday night when Sheamus when Kaiser smacked him across the chest, gave him one of the chest things there, and I mentioned to my niece that was watching it. I was like, "Did you hear what Pat McAfee said?" She's like, "No, something about sweat." Did you see the sweat coming off Gunther? It's like
I did.
On Gunther, but Sheamus, it's like this guy is so white, like you can see the sweat just like popping off him like slow motion. But oh my god, he's good.
Well,
he's good.
It's just funny. Sheamus he was hurt for a while too, and he took some time off. I think he did a movie or something.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought he was actually hurt. No?
Yeah, he took some time off. Maybe injury, movie, whatever the case was.
Okay.
But he came back and he got bigger. He didn't, he wasn't that, he was a little out of shape, but you could just tell like week after week he's getting it back and it's starting to come back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to another match here, Dave. How about we talk about Awesome Truth Day in A-Town Under? How do you want to talk about that?
Awesome Truth and A-Town Under. Well, let me just say, welcome to Awesome Truth A-Town Under. I got wrong match. My fault. Yeah, you know me. I love Awesome Truth. I'm a fan. I like Miz. But A-Town Under, they just lost tag team titles, so they just got traded to Raw. So it's like it's gonna be adjustment for them, big time. I think.
Dave, what is it like every time you go in the ring and you watch Awesome Truth fight here with Miz and R-Truth? Somehow it's just going to be like if you're a betting man, it's just going to be some stupid thing that happens at the very end that R-Truth is going to do to cause them the loss. Just like with this one, Dave. The tag, he didn't know who was in the ring at the right time at the last second there. And Dave, what do you see with this? What is the push with R-Truth and Miz here? Because
they
had their run. They had their run, Dave, and it was really comical. It was awesome. That's why it's Awesome Truth. But where do you see this, Dave? Because these are my two least favorite, honestly, right now in the WWE Tag Team division.
Honestly, I can see A-Town down. Not A-Town. I'm sorry. I can see A-Town down. A-Town down winning the tag team titles on Raw because they lost it on SmackDown. So if they were to go to Raw, they could probably go back and win them there.
Really? You think so?
I think so. I think they could.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think the Awesome Truth thing is fun. It's great. It's fun. It's comical. I get it. But to me, it's going to get old after a while. So don't count on A-Town down. Dude, Austin Theory is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. The guy's in great shape. I mean,
he is actually.
Yeah, he's good. But Vince took it away from him when Vince left. That's when Austin Theory went down. Like really, it went
Dave,
down.
He was actually supposed to be like coined or termed the next John Cena. Basically,
he was.
I mean, watching him on the mic, and his appearance is John Cena. Except for the jorts that he wears, basically. That's him, John Cena 2.0. But you're right. When he left, it was just taken away from him. A different avenue. A different storyline. 100% with Austin Theory here, but. I don't know, Dave. I'm with you here. I think I'm done with the Awesome Truth here because the comical version of this is just out. It's going to be something stupid that's going to happen. I'm just over that, Dave.
I love R-Truth. Don't get me wrong. I really do.
Oh, I do too.
I'm an R-Truth fan. How can you not love Ron Killings? Ron Killings is awesome, dude. He's awesome. I mean, for 50-some years old, he still got it.
That makes me feel bad. I just turned 53, and
I think that's what I know. He's over 50 somewhere on there, but he's still amazing for what he can do in the ring,
Yes.
And he still looks the same. He hasn't changed,
Agreed.
But him and it's either going to be, Miz does something to him, or whatever the case is.
That's what I
But
think it is too. I think Miz has finally had enough of it. He's going to cost him the match somehow. Also, Archer's going to be stupid enough, comical. I don't want to say stupid, comical storyline to cost him another match. Miz, goes up and pushes and say, "What are you thinking? I'm done with this." Then backstage,
right.
R-Truth, says, "I just seen, Hulk Hogan and freaking Andre the Giant back there. I think we're going to wrestle them next week or something like that." And Miz is just going to say, "I'm done with you. I can't do this anymore." And then I think Miz is, I don't want to say he's going out of the WWE, but I think he's going to be more of a family man. I think they're going to give him one last push to proceed where he wants to end his career, Dave. I think they do break it up.
Miz just host SummerSlam. He did a great job.
He did.
He did. He and Miz is good like that. That's where they can keep. That's Miz has been around a long time. Think about it. He's been in WWE a long time.
I still remember him on The Real World.
Yeah, exactly. He definitely made a name for himself.
Sure
but can have some truth in Miz. They think if they make another run, they could. But I just think I'm just seeing something's telling me that A-Town Down's going to get the tag team title somehow.
Okay. Well, how about we move on to another tag team match? Let's talk about the New Day versus AOP.
You know what? Odyssey Jones. Who thought of Odyssey Jones? Not me. I can tell you that. I didn't see that coming.
Dave, I'll tell you what, man. I got up and went to the kitchen real quick. I think it was the kitchen. I came back, and I seen Odyssey Jones. I didn't know who he was at first. I didn't, Dave. My first thought was like, holy shit, did Big E come back off his injury? Or, holy shit, is that Mark Henry?
Well, I knew it was neither of them when I looked at it, and I was like, Odyssey Jones. Right. But the first thing that came to my mind was the new Big E. And I'm thinking, I love it because you still have
Kofi and Xavier.
Kofi, right? Xavier Woods, right? Exactly. Kofi and Woods. I'm thinking, Odyssey Jones. I like it, but it's kind of funny, Paul. When I was watching it, to me, Xavier Woods didn't look too happy about it. I don't know.
It's funny. We talked about it in the group chat. As soon as it happened, I said, Big E 2.0 here,
Yeah.
But and you said it too. I was like, you said it to me, and we said in the group chat there. He didn't look too happy. But then I said, you know what? Xavier has always been the trumpet blower. You know what I mean? The manager, basically. So if this happens, Odyssey and Kofi, this could be the New Days. Because what did I say, Dave? It's time to bring the Bootios back.
It is, and you know what? It's funny because I just said that Awesome Truth. I'm sorry. Downtown could win the tag team titles, but now with this Odyssey Jones guy in there, who's to say that the New Day gets them back? So the tag team division in Raw is starting to heat up, and I'm liking it a lot.
And that's what I mean. That's why I think the Awesome Truth thing plays aside, Dave. It's done and over with because you have A-Town Down. You have the New Day coming back. You have AOP. These big categories in there, big name players. It's opened it up so big, Dave. Somebody's going to be the odd man out, and I think it's going to be Awesome Truth because God, if you bring Odyssey Jones with Kofi Kingston, a high flyer, you got New Day back again. Big E with Kofi and Xavier Woods when they want to throw him in the mix too. This could be the return of Bootios 2.0, Dave.
It could be. I would love to see it. Odyssey Jones, dude, he's a big boy. He's a big dude. So,
that move at the end, Dave, where he picked both of them up and it's like, I'm like, holy shit.
I know. And I like AOP. I think they're a good team. I like the Arthur Spain.
They scare me a little bit, bro. They scare me.
They're all right. Yeah, they're big dudes. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, tag team division is getting better on Raw. Kind of like it.
It is, and I know, Dave, you're a tag team guy. You love, watching the.
I love tag team wrestling. I love it. Love it.
All right, Dave. How about we talk about this match here? Finally, my Japanese people are back on the map, Dave. It was supposed to be Dakota Kai versus Sonya Deville. Of course, Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks have to jump. Dakota Kai, my Japanese girl 2.0, who gets grandfathered in because she is part of the team. Gets jumped. She can't enable to fight. But man, who steps in? Io
Sky. Yeah,
Dave, she's back. She looks vicious.
She's back. She is vicious. She's nasty as all can get. But I like Dakota Kai though. I'm a fan. I am. I like Damage Control. I just do. I like Damage Control, but I like them with Bayley. But I'm kind of liking them without Bayley too. So I'm on the fence with that.
The funny thing is, Dave, when they do speak Japanese, they actually do speak Japanese. That's the crazy thing about it. And I know when you guys do your show, you and Ken, you always think like, what, I think in the group chat, she really didn't say that. This is what she said.
Well, you would know.
Yeah, I speak it not fluently anymore like I used to, but I do, pick up the words and I understand it. But just to see, like, it reminds me of like a real Kabuki warrior, how they speak with their face masks. And just like Ken said, the facial expressions of Io, Asuka, are insane. And even Kairi Sane, I think she's a beautiful, beautiful doll.
Oh, Kairi Sane's amazing. But do they miss Asuka? Yeah, they do.
Yes. Yeah, she's get better, Asuka. Please hurry up and come back.
Yeah, she's a big key to that team.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a Lyra Valkyria fan. I've been telling guys, I've been watching like since NXT. I loved her, Lyra. So I'm hoping this works out for Lyra. I want Lyra to go far with this, but to me, Damage Control's back, and I like it.
But okay, I understand the tag team there, Dave, because they have that third member you can throw in Dakota as well, with with Io and of course Kairi Sane.
Yep.
But Dave, I think that they're trying to get Io back in the mix for a championship singles match somehow. Because the way her storyline is going, how she's pissed off, she's aggravated with Dakota, she's aggravated with Kairi not winning matches or what have you. She's pushing more to be like the leader, of course, which we know she is, since Bayley really stepped out and Asuka's on the shelf right now. I think they push Io for another championship match. I really do, Dave, because when she had the title, Dave, it was pretty nice with her having the title.
It was. I mean, she made a good run. I mean, she did a great job. I mean, I could see that. I mean, now that the new champion is who she is, I'm not liking that whatsoever, but it's fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, congrats to Nia. I know Nia deserves it. She's Queen of the Ring. She won the title. Congratulations, Nia. From the Atomic Drop podcast, congratulations, Nia Jax. But how long you going to keep it? I don't know, but for how long you do, congratulations.
Okay. Well, with Io winning here, with the Damage Control here beating Sonya Deville, side with her little goons. How do you see this playing out, Dave? I mean, are we done with this here? Because we always get a lot of interference in these matches, Dave. No matter what. I mean, it could be anybody. It could be Chelsea Green. It could be freaking Tom, Dick, or Harry can jump in on this match. We don't know who it is.
This feud's far from over. I'm going to say this feud's far from over, Paul, but we're going to see this a lot. So get used to it.
I think it comes down to a three women match, Dave. Not a 3-women match, but 3 people in the ring at one time. A triple threat on both sides. Triple. How do you say it, Dave? It's not a triple threat match, but what was it? 3 people on one team.
Six-man tag.
6 women tag. 6-women match. That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, it could be. It could be very good. Very well that. It'll be good. It'll be good.
That's what I think it is.
But Damage Control, Lyra, Shayna. I mean, you know me. I'm a Shayna fan too. And Zoe Stark and Shayna are just, to me, they're dominating. They're dominating.
I like Lyra Valkyrie. I even said when she came back, Dave, I said this girl's going to push for the title. They pushed her so fast to get that exemption title. This shot, but it didn't work out that way. The storyline's still there. They can still push her. I'm not a fan of Shayna Baszler, man. I mean,
why?
I don't know, Dave. It's just. When I watch other wrestlers in the ring, I see what they do, how technical they are. To me, I hate saying it because, I don't want to disrespect anybody in WWE, of course, but when I watch certain wrestlers, Dave, men or women, I put them on tiers, Dave. Just like we talk about Randy Orton being a technician, certain players like that are technicians in the ring. I see Shayna Baszler compared to other women. Her moves are a little bit slower than that I really want to see.
Nah, Shayna's good. Shayna's really good in the ring. She takes care of herself. She knows what she's doing.
Okay.
Her and I can't think of her name.
Zoe?
No, UFC champ at one point.
Ronda Rousey.
Thank you. Her and Ronda had a great run. It was fun, and then the feud went with those two. No, I give Shayna a ton of credit. I think she's
gotten better. I agree with that 100%, Dave. But I just think, to me, she's more of like the brute force. Like when Ronda Rousey came over, she was a technician specialist, of course. On the mic, still hasn't progressed that way. But I give Shayna Baszler a lot of credit. She has worked her way up. She deserves where she's at. She's still pushing for everything she's hasn't even gotten yet. Put it that way, honestly.
No, yeah, she like I said, Shayna can have a title. Shayna can chase, or Shayna can be a champion. And either way, it doesn't matter because she's that good.
Yeah.
So, it's fine.
All right. Well, let's move on, Dave. Let's talk about something, man. There's two things in life, Dave. To me, the one thing you don't talk about is my family. You don't talk about out of the box negative, and you don't talk about my damn animals. Okay, don't talk about Larry, and don't talk about AJ. Okay, let's talk about this match here. How important is a
Oh,
bracelet? How important is a bracelet in your life, Dave?
a bracelet in my life? Ugh, I don't know. That's tough to call, but I'll just put it this way: seeing CM Punk back in the ring, and him not getting injured at SummerSlam, and him and Drew the way they went at it at SummerSlam. Welcome back, CM Punk. I'm a big CM Punk fan. I like him a lot. I like him in WWE. I didn't care for him in AEW,
Okay.
or UFC or whatever he did. But WWE, I like his new attitude. I love where he's going with it. But
Okay.
you know me, I can't stand Drew McIntyre. I just cannot stand Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
I am not a
Dave.
fan. I'm tired of his antics. But I like where they're going with it. Punk gets beat. Drew wins. I get it. But Seth Rollins, talk to me, Paul.
Well, Dave. I mean, we'll talk about something that occurred with Seth Rollins in a bit here too. But I know you don't like Drew McIntyre, Dave, but this storyline, just like you said, with CM Punk coming out of SummerSlam healthy, okay, and able
Thank
to
God.
continue for the next week here, of course, which we just seen more of a promo than anything, of course. But this feud, Dave, this is probably one of my top two favorite feuds right now. Of course, with Roman coming back, that's number one on my list, of course. But this right here with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, Dave, this can go so many ways. But Dave, it did take a turn real quick, which I don't want to jump forward, but we'll just leave it right here because it'll segue into our next match, which we'll talk about a
Right.
little bit. Seth Rollins is actually injured.
Yeah.
He is taking time off from the WWE. We don't know how bad it is. I just heard it today. And actually, I do know a friend that works. I'm not going to say his name. He does work, pyrotechnics for WWE, Raw and SmackDown for both the sides there. And he did say that he is actually out. I don't want to say his name, but he did say he's out for probably at least 3 to 4 weeks, is what he was hearing, because
That's fine.
they
And
took his whole thing off of the music list, the agenda list. Yeah.
okay, so let's go back to where it was on Raw.
Mhm.
So Drew's in the stands, gets his burst attention between Punk and Rollins. I like where that went. I really do. I
Yeah.
thought that
Yeah.
was great. But the best part about it was Punk didn't get injured. Punk rolled out of the ring to go chase Drew, and there's Seth Rollins. Oh God! And of
Poor
all
Seth.
people, who'd have thought? For all people, who'd have thought? Not me. I know, definitely not you. Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed.
Well, Dave, you know what? This son of a bitch is one of the baddest dudes in the WWE, size wise, strength wise. And Dave, I tell you what, man, I don't think I've ever seen a guy 350 pounds plus high fly like, ricochet like he's doing Logan Paul type off the top rope. Not once, not twice, not three, not four, not five, but six damn times with the
Six
tsunami.
times. It was 6 times. I'm just glad Punk got out of there when he did. Because
Well, I don't think he got out of there, Dave. I think they just, like, yeah, oh my God, is he dead? We got to get him out of here. We got to roll his ass off the mat.
Punk rolled out of the ring to go catch Chase Drew. That's what's the
Oh
best
yeah,
part about it.
Punk, yeah,
Yeah,
Punk.
just Punk
Was
get out of the
smart.
ring. But dude, I mean, tsunami 6 times off the top of the rope.
Dave, I don't think I've ever seen a ring shake like that, man.
It did. It did. It really all 6 times it shook too.
Yeah.
No, I like Bronson Reed. I really do. But he did. But if you remember, Paul, go back. He had an interview before that happened, and he's "I'll take care of things myself" or something like that. Into that matter, and it was like, okay, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I
but you
didn't see
didn't think it
that
was going to
coming.
be that. You didn't think it was against Seth Rollins, did you?
No, not at all. No,
Mm.
no, I didn't.
I only thought it was going to be like maybe something like a different feud with someone else. I didn't think it was going to be the Seth Rollins. But then when he started coming out, I'm like, this kind of makes sense now if you think about it. Like, okay, I think honestly, Dave, we always talk about how it sets up everything else. With Seth Rollins being actually hurt right now, okay, we have we have CM Punk, we have Drew McIntyre. Where do we put Big Bronson Reed?
Big Bronson Reed in this? I don't know. That's a great question, Paul. I don't know.
Has the feud built up enough just because he beat the shit out of Seth Rollins? Does that open up the feud with a triple threat match with these guys when he didn't beat up Drew McIntyre, he didn't beat up CM Punk, he beat up the
He
other
beat up
third party,
Seth
the third party,
Rollins. Yeah.
he'd beat up the man. I
Well,
get
okay,
he beat up the man.
maybe we're going a route with Bronson Reed where he's just going to destroy everybody, kind of like Nia did back in the day, like a few weeks back.
Okay,
Remember?
so you're saying basically he's going to climb up the ladder and beat the hell out of who was ever in front of him.
Whoever's in front of him, yeah, and he's just going to take care of business himself and go after everybody who he thinks he has to go after to get a title shot. Yeah.
Okay, so you think that maybe it's like just like we've seen tonight, maybe a number one contenders match, not for the U.S. title, but for this right here, for not a title, but this elevation between.
I'm going to tear you up, whoever you are. If you're in my way, I'm going to go after you.
So we're seeing another Braun Breaker type moment here.
Kind of different though, like a different way. Okay. Bronson's just he'll just show up and just like start tearing house downs, whatever. But I'm
okay.
Yeah. I like Bronson. I do. I love Ray. I just didn't see that coming. I really didn't.
Okay. All right. Well, we got two more things to talk about here, Raw, Dave. Let's talk about. We'll keep that creepy moment of the Wyatt Six at last here. But
yeah,
Dave,
that was creepy.
The Judgment Day is finally dissolved.
Technically, it's not, Paul.
It's not. It's Judgment Day 2.0, a little bit cuter than it was before. With Liv, of course. Which I'm done with Liv. I can't stand her anymore. She's done with my list. But Dave, I want to talk about Finn Balor. I love how that promo started when I talked about it, where he says he keeps receipts, Dave. 1 year ago, Damian screwed him. 1 year later, Finn screws Damian. Yes. I keep receipts. That promo from 1 year ago to right now was like mind-blowing when he said that, when he came backstage and said that on the Videotron. I love that, Dave. I love that moment.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I think it threw everybody off when Priest was in the ring and he calls out Finn and Finn, go in and out, and all of a sudden here comes JD McDonough, Dom, Liv, Finn. But I can officially say, and we can officially say now, that Carlito is officially in the Judgment Day.
How long do you think he stays in, Dave? Because I think he is the most.
I think Carlito is the.
He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, Dave.
No, but he's good. He's a good wrestler. He can go.
Do you think there's a turn in the Judgment Day 2.0?
I think him and Finn loves Carlito. That's why he's in the Judgment Day.
Of course.
But that's they're buds. But it's just weird to see Priest and Rhea, on the opposite side, which is good. I think it's good. I just don't know where it's going to go, though. That's why I don't.
I love it the way the storyline's going because before I didn't like Damian on the mic, but Damian's really been he's really made me believe that he is this man on the mic because some of the shit he said is like John Cena wise, he called JD McDonough the big headed, big head. That's all you ever use your big head or whatever it was. He's really grown on me his mic skills, but I agree, Dave. I don't know, man. I get so.
It was whoever thought of it is brilliant because putting those five together is great. I have no whatever. It's fine. Adding Liv to the motion. I mean that's cool.
But where do we go from here, Dave? Because Rhea and Damian are like the best friends, outside the ring, and outside the ring too, and inside the ring, they're all friends. But inside the ring, they're playing to each other like this is the biggest power couple. Not relationship wise, but biggest power couple in the WWE. You have Damian Priest, you have Rhea, and where does this play? Because I know Rhea and Liv are going to live out their situation. I get that, but where does this put Damian Priest? How long does this go with the Judgment Day? Does he get Finn Balor one-on-one?
He will, but Judgment Day is going to interfere.
What better way to have the demon come back because you are the darkness now? You're the.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I thought about that. Way? Yeah, that would be good. Having the demon come back.
Do you think it happens? Do you think it happens?
It might one of these pay-per-views. But he said you're not going to see it coming or whatever. Was it?
Watch your back or whatever. You'll never
back,
see me.
Right? Yeah.
See, that's what I mean, Dave. I think it does happen because I think the demon does come back because I think Damian, if they do fight, the next round, Dave, I think Damian does get the better advantage of him. I do believe that. But round 2, I'm going to hear Finn Balor somehow execute the words, "You pushed me to a breaking point where my demons inside are going to come out."
Are going to
And
come out. Yeah.
that's when I think he actually brings the demon back with the Judgment Day, because, Dave, imagine a demon with the Judgment Day. That would blow your freaking mind with that opening.
It would. It would. It'd be great. It would actually make the storyline better.
They bring out JD Madonna with a big head demon. Like, that would scare the shit out of me right there,
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm just joking about the JD thing.
But,
I can't
but,
see it.
But welcome back. The new Judgment Day, whatever.
You're not a fan.
I am. I like it. I do. I like Carlito. That's why I like Judgment Day. I'm into Carlito. JD McDonald's great. He can go. I like that. The Dom and Liv thing. Yeah, perfect timing. I mean,
Yeah, the storyline. The way they're doing the storyline's good, Dave. I agree with the storyline.
I don't see Rhea. It's just funny. Like, I think Rhea going after the title. She didn't win at SummerSlam. Does she get another shot? She might, but we'll see.
All right. Yeah, I just like the storyline where they're going with this, because I think it's awesome how they're portraying this storyline. Of course, to the Judgment Day, being 2.0 versus the old. It has so many storylines, because after what we've seen already, Dave, you don't even know if there's going to be a flip. Who's going to flip? Carlito? Is it JD? Is it who's it going to be? I don't know. I can't see.
I can't see Carlito leaving it. I think he's happy where he is right now.
Okay.
But Finn's definitely the leader now, so
he definitely is.
That's what Finn wanted all along. He wanted to be leader of Judgment Day. So.
Well, you can see that coming, even with the key card. like how he's going to play, 2 and 2 versus each other, or vice versa. So you see it, just a look on his face, like he has that Kabuki warrior mentality, like just the facial expressions of how he looked like. Wow, I just played you. I just played you.
Yeah, I played you big time. Yep.
Exactly. Well, let's move on to the last event here, Dave. Let's talk about, the Wyatt Six, versus Mr. Chad Gable and his new recruits. First, Dave, how do you feel about Alpha Academy getting dissed by Chad Gable, saying, "I'm not a part of you. You're nobody. I'm done with you. I'm done with you"? How did you feel about that backstage?
Yeah, he definitely deserved what he got. I'm happy for Otis and
Tozawa and
I'm
Maxine.
happy for those three. Yeah, Maxine. But I'm starting to like Chad Gable with the Creed brothers. I think it's a good fit. It's a good fit. It is a good fit. I'm liking that. I gotta be honest.
Why?
I like it because Chad, the Creed brothers are good. And they're good tag team. Yeah, and putting Chad in there, I mean, it's Chad's good too, so it's not a bad thing. But this Wyatt Six thing, I'm so lost on this. I don't know what to go where. I don't even know where to go where.
You know what, Dave? I got to be honest with you. I'm probably people are gonna say it about us, but I tell you what, I don't know what this Wyatt Six is, honestly, right now.
It's a tribute to Bray. That's why I look at it.
No, I get that too, but Dave, I just don't get it, because how many members are in the Wyatt Six right now? 5. Are we waiting for Alexa Bliss to come over?
Possibly.
Because I don't know what I'm looking at, Dave. What I usually put is, I think of the Michael Jackson Thriller video, "Darkness as falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand." Creatures crawling from, like that. When I see the Wyatt Six, that's what I feel like. Like, I'm not going to lie, Dave, you in my movie room before, and that's pitch black, dark, all walls, everything. And I'm watching it on a 130-inch, projector screen. I get chills, Dave, when they come out. I'm like, looking around like nobody's going to grab me or some shit. I get scared. I really do.
It is freaky. Like I said, it's a tribute to Bray. That's all it is. Luke Harper.
Where do you see this whole thing going, Dave? Dave, is this Uncle Howdy a true? It was Bo Dallas, correct? Bo Dallas, right?
Yeah, it's his brother, Bo. I get it.
Where do we see this movement, Dave? Do you see one of these members of the Wyatt Six going into winning a tag team title or winning a single title? Because Chad Gable and the Creed brothers don't own crap, Dave. Where does this storyline push with them?
They're just taking over. They're just trying to take over Raw.
Are they becoming like a new Judgment Day, the big factor that we run? But they don't run anything, Dave. They run the midnight hour.
It's a scary moment on Raw. That's all it is. I mean, that's the way I see it. A tribute to Bray, scary moment on Raw. People love that kind of stuff. If you're into it, yeah.
I mean, I get it completely. I get it
Kudos to
completely.
you.
Yeah, I get it. I completely love the storyline. People love the story. They love new factions. I do get that. Plus the Bray Wyatt thing. Much respect to that.
Oh,
But
sure. I mean, Bray was, Bray. But it
I
would be
just
kind of
see where
cool
it goes.
if they brought back the Funhouse.
No,
That'd
Dave.
be
No. Then you would have to have Alexa Bliss in the mix right away.
right. That'd be kind of neat. Think about it.
No, if they're gonna keep this wide sick date, then you can't take it over to the comical Firefly version. You can't. You got to say one.
Uh,
You got to say one genre versus the other, Dave. No,
okay, I get it. I get it.
that's just me. I mean, I can see
Well,
that
but
happening,
if you
but
think about it, Bray had both though. Bray was doing both. He was doing the comical thing, and then he did the serious
but
thing.
but Dave, there's Bray Wyatt versus Bo Dallas here. There's a
I
difference.
know,
Dave.
I know. I missed the Firefly Funhouse though. That was fun. I enjoyed
Oh
that.
my God, Dave! I bet you did, huh? Oh
Well,
my God!
Faith, my daughter, loved the song. It's like she's no, Dad, no. We're really glad that you're our friends.
Oh my God, Dave! Please. We were up to 113 viewers. We just dropped down to 2 after that crap, Dave.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Forgive me. Forgive me.
The 2 out there are saying, "Please sing it again, Dave." That's what they're saying.
No, the Wyatt Six is good. Don't get me wrong. It's very good. It's very, people do love it. Going after Chad Gable, I don't know what Chad Gable had to do with it. I don't understand that. But
Yeah, Dave, real quick, I don't watch it 100% because usually on Friday night, before even the last 3 months, I've been doing football, game planning, stuff like that, which I'm no longer doing because of my back. But how did this start with Chad Gable, Dave?
That's why I don't.
Why was it Chad Gable? What did he do to deserve this?
I guess leaving his
Leaving his
clique.
crew. Leaving his crew.
I guess I don't.
That's
know.
how it started. Because I remember, like when they first made their debut, you seen Chad Gable in the back room with blood all over him. So I'm thinking, like, what the hell did he do here? Like, what?
I know.
What is it? What faction do you
well,
have?
Maybe Chad Gable was the first. He was the first victim they were going after. So,
but they haven't stopped picking on their first victim yet.
I know. That's what I can't understand.
I don't get it. But Dave, where do you see the Wyatt Six going? What is their push right now in the WWE?
I think just to tear up Raw. I mean, go after everybody on Raw and make a statement.
Okay. What do you think Alexa Bliss, does she come back or is it her?
I don't think so. I think she's happy being a mom, to be honest with you.
She just had a birthday. Her birthday was, I believe, yesterday or today.
I mean, she loves WWE. They love her. Don't get me wrong. I just think she's happy just where she is with being a mother.
Hey, listen, everybody needs Alexa Bliss in their life, so she needs.
No doubt. I mean, I miss Alexa. I do.
I know. Dave, real quick, I'm a big Liv Morgan fan. I've always been a Liv Morgan fan. She's off my top 2 list now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you who my top 2 is right now.
Your top 2?
Yeah. In the women's
division.
Paul Spencer, future wife.
It's got to be Io Sky's got to be one, right?
No, she's not.
She's not in the top 2?
She's not even in the top 3.
Oh, I thought she'd make at least top 2.
No.
Who you got?
You ready for number 1?
Mm-hmm.
It's Tiffy time.
Tiffy time.
Yeah.
Number
2.
Miss Money in the Bank.
Yeah, she could be money in my bank anytime she wants. She could have the keys to the bank. You know what I mean? She can have my PIN, MasterCard, whatever she wants.
Is Katie watching the show?
No, I hope not. My number 2, Dave. You believe it or not, I always thought this woman was kind of like I don't like her the way she looks. She's not the greatest. This may surprise you, Maxine Dupree.
Maxine Dupree. Yeah, she's
good. Dave, I know she's good. Some of the outfits that she's been wearing lately are like mind blowing. Like, holy crap! The last episode she came in, she had that perfect tan. I'm like, Hawaiian Tropic Girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Maxine Dupree. Yeah.
Yep. And number 3 is Kari Sane. She's my number 3. The perfect, beautiful.
So Kari Sane. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the perfect.
I thought Io would be definitely your top 3 or 4.
You know what, Io? I don't know. She always was, Dave. I love all of them, but I don't know, man. It's just something about Io. With Kari, you look at her, it's like you're talking to a porcelain doll. Io could kick your ass at any time. That's a little scary.
Yeah, she's that good. Yeah.
All right, Dave. How about we move over to? It's Friday night tonight, so how about we talk about a little Smackdown?
I'm good with that. Let's do it.
Now, Dave, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see the first match. You told me about it. I did not see it because I had to pick up Chelsea at her friend's house on Friday night. One of her moms was started throwing up, so I was like, "Get your ass home. I'll go get you." So I went to get her. I missed the first match, Dave. Talk about it, Dave.
The first match. Are we going to talk about Cody? Or are we talking
Yeah,
about
the intro. I didn't get to see the intro with Cody. I
the
did see a
intro?
little bit
Okay,
about it.
okay.
I did see it on Twitter. I did, cap it on Twitter, but
All
I
right.
didn't see it live. What was
Co-
that?
Cody comes in the ring. I'm still champion.
Mhm.
SummerSlam. It was time to move on. I need a new opponent. Yada yada. And here
Okay.
comes Solo out of nowhere. And
Okay.
Solo's like, let's talk about SummerSlam. I want a rematch. Roman Reigns came in there. Screwed me over pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
So of course Solo's in the ring talking. Yeah, I mean, him and his cronies.
Oh, you mean
Tonga,
the Timu
Tama
crew? The
Tonga,
Timu
and
crew.
yeah,
The
his boys,
Timus.
his bloodline guys. And Cody's in the ring. He's like, Solo, Solo, you don't deserve another chance. You blew it at SummerSlam. Your title, your rematch is done. And of course, here comes the bloodline. They go after Cody.
Okay.
And here comes Kevin Owens out of nowhere. KO comes out and helps out Cody, which was
Oh,
great.
okay.
Then
I got
Solo comes in and says, I'm not through with you yet. I will be back. And Cody's like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll be here. I'll be here waiting for you.
Okay.
So Cody and Kevin are in the ring, and Kev's like, comes in there. He goes, helping him out. And he's about to leave the ring, and Cody says, "Kev, come back." Kev's like, "What's going on? What do you want?" He goes, "I was talking about Bash at Berlin." He goes, "I want you to be the number one contender." And Kevin's like, "Are you kidding?" He's like,
Okay.
"What do you mean I'm going to be number one contender?" He's like, "I don't deserve it." He goes,
Okay.
"Have you seen me in the last past year? I haven't won matches. I don't deserve it." And so Cody comes in and goes, he goes, "Definitely you deserve it. The fans say you deserve it. I say you deserve it. I'm going to go to I keep saying Adam Pearce, the commissioner of Raw, of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Why can't I figure his name?
Aldis.
Aldis. Thank you. Aldis, because Aldis says, I'm going to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Kev's like, I don't deserve this.
Okay. Okay.
So that's pretty much where it went.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, because we were texting in the group chat. I was like, Dave, what happened? With the promo here, I didn't see it because when I seen it, remember I text you like, wait a minute, why? Wait, I thought when Nick Aldis said it's going to be Roman, I'm going to go talk to Roman.
Why can't I get his name?
I'm going to Roman to talk about this, being the number one contender, and that's when I turned it on and I seen that happen, and then I seen Kevin Owens say, well, basically this is BS. Why him? Where's he been? He's just coming back off the shelf after this hiatus. I deserve it more. And that's when I was thinking, I right before that, that's when I put in the group chat talking to you saying, wait a minute, I thought it was Roman. So now I'm caught up where you went. I didn't see. How was the promo though?
Well, the promo was great, Paul. It was great. Okay, it was phenomenal. Okay. But to me, Kevin Owens said something in the promo that really made me think. Uh-oh. He goes, "There's plenty of guys in the back that deserve a title shot more than I do." Yeah.
Well, okay. What are you reading? What do you read into that? What do you read?
He's like, go back in the locker room. You look at those guys in the back who deserve it more than me.
Okay.
I respect that from Kevin Owens. I think that's great because the other guys don't get a chance. I mean, Kevin Owens had his shot. He's had plenty of matches against Roman. My God,
Yeah.
So, but
who do you think he's talking about then? Who plays in the main then?
There's a lot, guys. To me, I think Solo deserves another shot because he is. But there's. It's tough. It's tough. But there are guys back there. I'm sure. I just can't off the top of my head. I can't think of any right now. But there are guys out back there.
No, I agree with you too. I think those two are one of the two. I want to say not the two most, but those two in ring, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, are probably the most respectable guys out there. They put it on the line every night, and for Cody to say, "I'm going to give you the shot first. You deserve it." Just like you say, Dave, you paid your dues. You stepped the ladder. Win, lose, or draw, you're here every night. You're a people's champ. You deserve it. And then Kevin Owens to actually say, no, I don't. There's just like you said, there's better guys in the back room that deserve it more. I respect that 100%, that storyline, because they are playing. They've always been, the faces where WWE loves them. They cannot hate them. They love them. If you hate them, there's something wrong or whatever. But those two guys are that way. But how do you see this playing out, Dave? Because just like you said, do you think that with Kevin Owens saying that there's other people in the back room that deserve it more than I do? We know Kevin Owens gets hurt a lot. Do you think this is a storyline where, yes, I accepted your fight. We will fight at Bash in Berlin, but he's fighting next week, Kevin Owens. You know,
Yeah,
that's maybe he does get hurt and he has to back out, and then he nominates somebody, or he said he comes to the ring on crutches, bad back, what have you, Dave. The hand, maybe the hand, the wrist. I don't know what it could be. He comes to the ring and says, Cody, thank you for the offer. I thank you so much, but there's a man back there that I think can take my place. Maybe that route, Dave, that route.
possibility, but I think I might go to Bash in Berlin where Kevin Owens says, goes in the ring and says, "Hey, Cody, here's the deal. I got somebody back there that wants to really challenge you, so I'm going to step back."
It's got to happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks, Dave. It's got to
Well,
happen.
it could happen at Bash in Berlin too. I mean, I'm just saying.
So you're thinking the night of Bash in Berlin, he comes to the ring and says, "Hey,
or they might take out Kevin Owens and somebody else might take his spot. You know what I'm saying?
Dave, you know what? You just brought a great point. Maybe it's something like that where Solo doesn't get his title opportunity. Nick Aldis gives it to Kevin Owens. It's set. It's a handshake, done deal. Kevin Owens gets jumped backstage prior to the match.
That's what I'm thinking.
Solo comes out and says,
Solo comes out, yeah.
Now it's me and you. I'm the best. I'm the number one contender. That happens. Then, Dave, I'll push you a little bit further. I'll tell you, this is the Paul Spencer story. Exactly like I said right there. That happens. Solo fights Cody. Cody is about to lose. Roman Reigns comes in, beats the shit out of Solo. And then, remember that little nod, Dave, at SummerSlam where Roman looks and acknowledged him like, yes,
you're definitely. Yep.
Now it's the Rocky moment, Dave. You owe me one. Now it's Cody and Roman.
Right. There you go.
But that can't happen because Bad Blood and Survivor Series. That can't happen, Dave.
No, it can't. But like I said, they could take out Kevin Owens though. The Bloodline could, and at Bash in Berlin, they take out Kevin Owens.
But I think it has to do something where it's. I kind of like that line, Dave, because you're setting up Bad Blood and Survivor Series. You're setting that up for the next pay-per-view, of course.
Sure.
So I think what it is somehow Solo gets involved by taking out one of Cody Rhodes' best friends, Kevin Owens, just before the fight. I agree with that because that sets up so much hatred and animosity for the next pay-per-view, which is what, Bad Blood or Survivor Series.
I think that could happen. Yeah, I think it's Bad Blood. I think I'm wrong.
Yep. Mike checking in from YouTube says, I wonder if Roman will feed people after World War III. I expect 14, 15-year-olds doing a podcast like this. However, grown-ass men take their own spots. Sorry, kids. Well, you know what? If you don't like us, then that's fine, Mike. You know what? You can go suck something because I could care less. I'm a grown-ass man. You know what? I love WWE. I speak what I want. But you know what? I appreciate you checking in. I really do. But you know what? That doesn't say much for you because you want to watch sorry little kids talking about WWE.
Wow.
But it's all good. Hey, Mike, I appreciate that comment, brother. Appreciate you.
Thanks for checking in, Mike. Appreciate it.
We appreciate that. Thanks for that view.
We do.
But anyway, yeah, let's talk about this. Dave, how do you think it sets up? Do you think that's what's going to happen? Or do you think Cody Rhodes is going to fight Kevin Owens?
I don't think it's going to happen. I just think they take out Kevin Owens somehow.
Okay, I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that too.
I can see the Tamatanga or.
Okay, Dave, if this match does play out and no injuries occur between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, is this something that Cody Rhodes could lose the title to Kevin Owens? What do you think there? I mean, two fan favorites. You can't go wrong either way.
I think Cody retains no matter what. It doesn't matter.
I agree too.
Cody will walk out champion either way.
Okay. The only reason why I said that, Dave, is because if Cody loses the title, Kevin Owens here, of course, right? That sets up the next series where Roman and Cody are on the same team. Okay, then you can have a heavyweight championship match with Kevin Owens. It's not going to be, of course, the main event. It could be the co-main event.
Or what they could do, Paul, is put a triple threat with Cody, Kevin, and Solo.
Wow. I don't know, Dave.
I mean, it's a possibility.
I don't think that would happen because
Solo's going to say, I deserve a rematch. I got beat. Whatever. Thanks to Roman.
Yeah, but I just can't see it because Cody and Kevin are on the same page, and that's just like a tribal match to me. Bloodline rules where no disqualification, anything goes. Because I like to see if it does happen, I like to see it 1-on-1. Either it is Cody or that. or something different. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I just can't see it being a triple threat where it's basically two friends versus the one that they hate the bloodline. They both hate them. It's too much animosity to me. So I don't know if that could happen, though.
I don't know.
I don't know. All
Time will
right, Dave.
tell.
Definitely. Let's move on, Dave. What do you want to talk about next?
Let's go with how about Jade and Alba?
Quick match.
Quick match. It was good. I liked it. I like it. To me, Jade Cargill, though, I have issues with her in the ring. I'm afraid she's going to hurt somebody. Just the way she
Dave,
moves.
I'm glad you said that, Dave, because that fact, I don't know what her move is, Dave, where she lifts him up and then the other wrestler puts her legs around him. She face plants him on the ground. Dave, that move was so far off, okay? She never hit the mat because Jade Cargill her ass was already on the mat. She was still up in the air, Dave. To me, she hasn't gotten the technique of the ring, Dave. She hasn't. Strength-wise, one hell of a beast. One hell of a beast.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a doubt. She's a beast. But her moves are just like off, like just a tad bit, not much, but
it's like it's like you're 1 second behind, Dave.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate the nitpick, but when I seen that move, I was just like, wait a minute, let me rewind that for a second. During the commercial, I'm like, wow, she was completely like up in the air still with her. Like I understand, Dave, things happen at the spur of the moment, the split of the second, but Dave, it's not just every week. It's every week, basically.
I mean, Alba being a tag team champion and then losing to like that to Jade, kind of like shady to me.
Where do you see this? I was always said I think Bianca and Jade Cargill have this feud because Dave,
I think they'll go next week. Next week it'll be Bianca versus her tag team partner. Those two will go at it next week on SmackDown.
Do you think there's going to be a feud where you can't have two alphas in the room at the same time and it's
possibility. Sure.
But Dave, you got to think about if it is that way. How can you push? How can you not?
Thank God! Well, thank God Naomi came in the ring and saved it. You know what I mean? Naomi was, she was. I like. I mean, I can deal with the glow. I'm not really a fan of it, but I can deal with
it. Dave, let's talk about Naomi real quick. I don't feel the glow. I'm sorry. It just doesn't do anything for me, Dave. It's okay. I hate saying this, Dave. I hate disrespecting wrestlers. They are far the best athletes I've ever seen. But Dave, she reminds me. I hate saying this, Dave. She reminds me of Natalya. Been there, done that. You're a little bit past. You're a little bit behind. I just can't. I'm done with the booty. The booty.
Yeah, I can.
I'm done, Dave. I can't.
No, you can't. Natty's the best in the ring. I mean, she's phenomenal.
I understand that, but Dave, there's her. Like she's just using it as a step stool now. She comes in, she loses, she maybe get a win every 3 or 4 weeks, whatever. But Naomi, Dave, it just doesn't do anything for me. I understand the best friend comes in, trying to get in the group. I'm the bodyguard, but damn, dude, come on, Bianca and Jade Cargill do not need a bodyguard or help.
No, they don't. Come
on, Dave.
I get it. No, but you got to remember though, Bianca and Naomi are, they're tight. So I kind of like it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I get that, Dave, but you know what? We're friends too, Dave. But if you're getting the shit kicked out, I see two beasts in the ring. I'm not coming out to help you. You know what I mean?
Gee, thanks.
I'm just saying, Dave. I was back eating a hot dog. I didn't see what was going on, brother. I thought
right. Okay.
Come on. But no, Jade Cargill, I agree with you, Dave. I mean, specimen-wise, even
I'm not taking anything away from the girl. I mean, she's a very good wrestler. But just to me, it just seems like she's a move off. Like something ain't right.
I agree too. I mean, a lot of her moves, Dave, are just like a second behind. But Dave, she is still raw though. Honestly, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude. And
coming from NXT, or was it AEW that she was at? Was it AEW? Right?
AEW, yes.
I watched her a lot, and I was like, "Holy shit, this chick is incredible!"
You got to remember when she came to WWE, Triple H didn't bring her up until for a while. I mean,
no, she was down. She was down in the training center, learning, learning the ropes and everything like that too. Yeah. But I honestly think they just pushed for her right away, even giving her the tag team titles for a certain amount of time. I think that was a little bit too much, honestly.
Yeah, I can see that. I see it.
Yeah,
but being with Bianca, I think that's why they did it, because Bianca's been a champion for a long time.
True, and I thought that they'd give her like a singles push because tag team I get because you're with one of the best in WWE, Bianca, of course, and I agree with that. But singles wise, you need to take your win. I don't think they'll make her lose. I can't see her losing because that stature right there, that's just something people want to see in the world. That kind of specimen winning, like the Braun Breaker, the brute strength, over technique wise sells for some people. But to me, it just doesn't get me because it's a second behind to me.
But kudos to Blair Davenport, which I do like. I like Blair. I'm a fan.
Really?
Yes, I am. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Blair fan.
Okay. All right. Well, Dave, how about we change this over to one of your favorite topics, the tag teams here. Dave, I'm going to let you talk about this one because I want to get this, done and over with. Dave, can we talk about these two guys who wear halter tops?
Oh,
I think I'm just going to mute myself for a little bit and let you talk, Dave, because Dave, I wasn't lying to you. You know how I am. I said in the group chat, Dave, bathroom break. See you when it's over.
Pretty Deadly DIY. I love Pretty Deadly. I'm a fan. But they're good. But DIY trying to get those titles back. Big win for them tonight. I'll give them credit. They came in there. They took care of business. And kudos to Pretty Deadly because Pretty Deadly is a good tag team. It's just their attire isn't the greatest, but.
No, but I will give you that. And, I watched a little bit of it. I went to the bathroom, came back, and I was like, damn, this match is still on. I guess I got to watch a little bit of it. But, you're right. In ring, Dave, these teams have this team here, Pretty Deadly. They do have the chemistry down as a tag team.
They do.
I do love watching it. But, Dave, I think it's just something where I see the halter tops, Dave, and I see, the long hair. And it doesn't. I don't know, Dave. I mean,
I know my partner would. He can't stand. We all know.
Ken was here. He would agree with me right now. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely would, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But good bounce back win for DIY. Definitely deserved it after losing the tag team titles last week to the Bloodline. So I have to give them credit. So they're working their way back up, and that's what they should do. I think they could get their title shots again. They deserve it.
How do you rate the tag teams on SmackDown, Dave?
I love it. I love them a lot. I do. I
Okay.
do. Yes, I do.
I mean, well, next we'll continue to talk about this one. I mean, the reason why I asked you that because we'll talk about the Street Profits versus A-Town Down, of course, next.
Right.
But how do you rate these top teams in SmackDown for the tag team right now, Dave?
I mean, you got, like I said, you got the Street Profits, you got DIY, you have Pretty Deadly, the Bloodline, of course. They're tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to go if I were to if it was me, I would go Bloodline 1.
Okay.
I would go DIY 2.
Let me stop you real quick. One's injured, right?
Right. But I would go Bloodline 1,
Okay.
DIY 2, Profits 3. Who am I missing?
Your boy's Deadly. Where are they at?
Yeah, Pretty Deadly 4. I put them in 4. Yeah, what?
Really? Okay. I was just curious how, because I know you love tag team, that division there. I was kind of curious to where you would put them because I actually
and A-Town Down, I got to put them in the mix too. Which
really?
is good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I like Austin Theory. You know that. I'm a fan.
Okay. To me, I would probably go Bloodline 1, probably Streets Profit 2, because they have that mix that reminds me of the Judgment Day. Montez is that high flyer. Then you have what is his name? Oh goodness gracious, what is his name?
Which one?
The other guy's tag team partner, Montez, and who? What was his name?
Ford, Montez Ford, and yeah.
Who's the other guy? Montez Ford and who?
Dawkins.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Dawkins. I think I like that combo. You have the strength versus the high flyer, of course. Their chemistry is great, too. They have the crowd. I would probably put, I hate saying this. God, I really hate saying this. Pretty Deadly 3, honestly. And DIY is right up there, too. But, man,
I like Ciampa, and I like Johnny Wrestling. I'm a fan. And if they were to get tag team back off the Bloodline, I'd be fine with that. I would. I really would.
So you're cool with anybody winning in the tag team division.
Yeah, I'm a tag team guy. I love tag team wrestling.
I know that. I
can go back in the day. I mean, like I said, the British Bulldogs, Valentine Beefcake. The list goes on and on.
All right, real quick before I lose this.
Strike Force.
You're going way back, bro. I didn't even watch it, David. I'm older than you. All right, Dave. I want to ask you this real quick. It's off topic real quick, but I got to get this off real quick. Who is your favorite tag team ever in WWE history?
Of all time?
Of all time, yeah.
Damn, that's a tough question.
Mine's going to surprise.
Besides the Rockers,
Anybody you want, Dave.
I love
Anybody you
Michaels.
want.
Michaels and Jannetty were my favorite.
Of course, it
Of
has to be Michaels, right? It has to be Michaels.
course, why wouldn't it be? But honestly, my favorite tag team, British Bulldogs,
Really?
Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid. Yep.
Wow, I didn't think you would say that. I thought you were going to go with Shawn Michaels.
Because Captain Lou was their manager and they had the dog Matilda and
Okay, I have two, Dave. I'm more, I guess, like not older school, but new school. Yeah, I am old school too. But my two favorites, Dave. I actually have three, Dave. I actually have three because I'm just going to take three letters, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. TLC matches.
Edge and Christian.
Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys. Those are my top three, Dave.
Of course, you can't go wrong with those three. I mean,
those are my top three. I mean,
if we're going old school, I like I said, British Bulldogs were my favorite thing.
They were one of my favorites too. Yeah, but I mean, to me, I think if
I love Edge and Christian. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you never missed a match when they come up. Because Dave, how many times did we always see the TLC match? Get the ladders, get the chairs, get the tables. It was just something that was like you live for Friday nights. You remember that? You're like, oh my, the Saturday night main event. For
the benefits of flash photography.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right, Dave. Let's move on to the other tag team. Let's talk about the Street Profits and A-Town Down.
Yeah,
the Kangaroo Jackass himself.
Yeah, kudos to the Profits. Big win for them. They deserve it. But A-Town Down, what are you gonna do?
Okay. Well, let's talk about them real quick. Let's talk about the under team here, the A-Town Down. How far down are they going to go, Dave? Because
they're falling.
Yeah, Dave, falling's not the word, man. I think they're like off the map.
But I like Grayson Waller. I just do.
Why, Dave? Remember we went to Payback, and I was just like, Dave, I got to go take a shit. I can't watch this dude.
The Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes. That was great. That was great.
We had the perfect thing. Like we were right in front of the ring there, Dave. But
I
just don't get the Kangaroo Jackass. I don't get the whatever this Grayson Waller effect is, Dave. It hasn't affected me. It's like giving me COVID. This Grayson Waller effect. Honestly, what do you see with Grayson Waller?
I love his accent. I love his Australian accent. I think it's amazing.
So, Dave, if I came on the show and I said, "Hey, Dave, this is Kangaroo Jackass. Would you like me more?"
No, but he's not a bad wrestler either. So, yeah.
Welcome to the Atomic Drop Podcast. Yeah, my name is Paul Spencer, and I am the Kangaroo Jackass. So, the accent is what sells you, Dave?
I like the accent, but I told you, I like Austin Theory. I just do. I think he's, it's a shame because his they put him down ever since Vince left.
No, I agree. If they would have gave him the right push, if Vince McMahon would have still been here, Dave, he probably would have been a year into his title run, if not way more than already.
You know why I like Austin Theory so much? Because Austin Theory took that F5 off that the cell. To me, that was nasty, man. That was nasty, and I got to give him credit for that. Because, dude, Austin Theory took that F5 from Brock Lesnar. That's sick.
Well, maybe that's why Kangaroo Jackass speaks like that, because he took an F5. He can't speak properly right now. That's why
Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. He's good on the mic. No, he's good on the mic. I
give him more props than Austin Theory on the mic. I like Grayson.
His promos are very good.
I do give him that, Dave. But speaking of how far down they go and what happens, because we've seen glimpse of glamours. It's like the Judgment Day. You've seen facial expressions. You've seen items that happen between the tag teams here. How, when, or where does this team explode? Because honestly, I think
downtown.
Yeah, I think Austin Theory gets a big push here coming up soon.
Well,
to me, I think the best match to me that fits him is an LA Knight type match. Two guys like that.
I could see Austin Theory getting a U.S. title match. That would be good. I mean, that would put Grayson Waller out. Nowhere.
Ship his ass back to Kangaroo Jackass in Australia.
Yeah, I could see that. But Austin Theory, like I said, Austin Theory was U.S. champ for a long time, though. If you think about it, he was for a while.
And that was a good time too. I mean, he was.
It was good. It was good when he was on Raw. He was very good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do you think they explode or not, or they keep pushing this? I
don't think they explode. I just think they just keep them where they are at this point.
They just run with it. They just run with them too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Because if they keep them together, I think the best match possibly would be A-Town Down versus Awesome Truth. Comical, fun match.
Oh, that would be certain.
Something like that, where you have, two comical
Too
versions of it.
comical, right? Yeah,
Because
that'd be
Austin
good.
Theory is comical too, man. The way he does stuff is
It's
comical.
just a
Grayson
shame they're
Waller.
on separate shows,
I know. Yeah, yeah. All right, Dave. Let's talk about something else here. I'm going to let you have the floor, Dave, because I hate hearing you say this time and time again. Man. So I'm just going to basically take my headphones off so you can go ahead and tell the world what you want to say, because 3 words that I do not like to hear. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to say congratulations to the new United States champion, L.A. Knight. Let me talk to you. Yeah. Well deserved.
That was so damn loud. I still heard it, Dave. Jesus.
Well deserved at SummerSlam. I'm glad he beat Logan Paul. I'm happy. Now he has a new contender in Escobar.
Yeah.
Santos Escobar. Are you kidding me? Come on, dude. Really?
Okay, you know what? First, I want to give you props, Dave, number one. And I want to give your boy props, Mr. L.A. Knight. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'll give him props, L.A. Knight, okay? He did win. Congratulations. But, Dave, I got to give you props, too. We talked about who could it be, who's the next man up. I got to give you props. Andre, you said it.
I said Andrade. Yeah, I was. Well, it was. We were talking about it last show. Big Man came up. Big Man Ken. He says who would be a good contender for LA Knight, and Andrade popped up to my head because I think Andrade would be a great number 1 contender for LA Knight. But right now it's Santos Escobar because Andrade lost tonight to Escobar, which I think is total garbage because Escobar didn't. He has cronies, but. To me, it should be Andrade. So could it be a triple threat with LA Knight, Andrade, and Escobar? Yeah, it could be. But as long as LA Knight stays on top, it doesn't matter. He's a crowd favorite. He finally got his title that he deserved. He's been chasing it forever. So, I hope he just defends it, and I hope he defends it well. If he's a 3 months, 2 months, 4 months champion, it doesn't matter. As long as he keeps it, I'll be happy with it.
How about a 30-day champion?
I'll be okay with that, too. I mean, he won a title. That's all I wanted him to do. I didn't care how he did it, but he did it.
Okay. The reason why I say that 30-day title, Dave, because it opened my eyes tonight to either say 2 things that could happen here. Well, 3 things. He gets Escobar one-on-one, which he, even though with, the interference with Carmelo Hayes, with our Carmelo Hayes coming in to, help him win that match tonight, I could either see the one-on-one match, which I don't want to see. I don't want to see a Escobar versus LA Knight match. That's just not going to float me right there. Otherwise, I could see a Andrade, Escobar, LA Knight triple threat match.
Which would be really good. That would be good.
But yes, I would like that one too, more than what I said on the first one. But I do see something else happen, Dave. There was a feud with Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight prior months back.
That is true. Yeah.
So what better way to have that guy from the beginning come in and cause, a turmoil and interference? Dave, maybe a fatal 4-way for the United States champion?
That's a possibility too. Sure.
But what do you see? What do you see? What
do I see? First of all, Escobar did get his win tonight, so I think he does deserve a one-on-one match.
Yeah, but it was tainted. It was tainted, Dave. It was tainted. There's an asterisk there.
Yeah, but I can see, I can see them making it maybe a triple threat or a 4-way.
Because next week, Dave, on Smackdown, we're first going to see Andrade come out and say, "I was screwed." This little midget right here, Carmelo Hayes, came out. Pulled him. I hit the turnbuckle. I hit the whatever it is. I hit the post. It cost me the match. I deserve it. I got screwed. Sort of like the Drew McIntyre thing, where you're crying wolf, crying wolf, crying wolf. You're going to get called out the proper way for it. You did get screwed. Okay, we either settle this or, Dave, what about this? Nick comes out next week and says, "You know what? You're right. I looked at it. You're right. You got screwed. You're still, there's an asterisk there. Whatever you want to say. Here's what we do." Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Escobar, fight it out.
Winner gets LA Knight.
We're going to have another number 1 contender match for the right to fight LA Knight.
Yeah. That would be good too. That would be really good. It's either that or a 4-way, one or the other. So
I kind of like the reversion of the number 1 contender match with those 3 being, since Andrade was screwed out that, of course. I like it that way because to me, it opens up, okay, you know what? triple threat match between these three, fight it out, and then you get LA Knight. But if that happens, Dave, who do you see? Escobar, Andrade, or Carmelo Hayes?
Escobar.
Really, Escobar?
Yeah. They're pushing Escobar big time. I can see that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Carmelo Hayes. They gave him such that boost coming from NXT so fast, pushing him.
Yeah.
His very first match was against Cody Rhodes, Dave. Remember that? Very
Yeah,
first
it
match.
was. I remember.
So,
I remember.
I think they pushed him too far. The fans, and there's a difference between NXT and WWE, Dave. I don't think he got that big pop push that they thought they were going to get. So I think it's going to be Andrade or I can't see Escobar though, Dave.
Santos Escobar.
He's great in the ring, Dave. Don't get me wrong, but I think Andrade versus LA Knight is that big, match that I want to see.
I agree.
You know, but Dave, you know what?
But a fatal 4-way, I wouldn't mind that either. To be honest with you.
No, me either. I mean, I like it because we still have 3 weeks till Bash to Berlin.
Bash to Berlin. I'm sure Nick Aldis will. I finally said his name right for the first time.
There you go.
I'm sure Nick Aldis will figure it out. And,
I agree. We still have 3 weeks basically until that.
I mean, he just won the title, Paul. Give him. He's got to keep it.
Dave, okay, look, I'm trying to find ways to get him out, Dave. Okay, go back to L. 4 letters. Go back
to LA.
Yeah, whatever. Go back to LA. I made a new thing. 4 syllables. Go back to LA.
Come on.
Yeah, but you know what, Dave? I got a comment here real quick. You know who's checking into the show?
I can't wait to hear. I have probably the big man himself.
He's got one word. Woo!
I knew it was him.
There he is.
Are you having fun in Ohio and down at Cedar Point? I've been there. Good time.
I'm kind of mad, man, because he told me he was going. I said, swing by and pick me up. He said he
would,
but he
never did. I've
been
to Cedar Point. I know it's been a while since I've been there, but it's nice.
Roller coaster capital of the world.
How's the weather? Big man, if you are watching the show, and I'm sure you are.
Obviously, he's watching the show.
Obviously he's watching the show. But how's the weather out there is my question.
He says, screw the weather. He likes Escobar versus Andre. He likes a triple threat. That's what big man wants.
I can see that. Yep.
I do like that. I do like that triple threat match, number 1 contender match, revisited for the right to go against LA Knight. But I don't know, man. Nick Aldis is going to pull something out because
definitely for the US, definitely.
But where do you leave Carmelo Hayes? I mean, he's got to be a player in this too. You know?
That's where you have that's where you have fated 4-way.
And Dave, I got to ask you one thing real quick. Ken usually opens the show, and his 3-word title always says this. You got to say this more because I look forward to it.
It's fight night.
You already know. Yes.
That's way late.
Hey, listen, it's fight night, man. It's still. Well, actually, it's the next day over. It's already 12 o'clock, but yeah, it is.
Fight morning.
Fight morning. There we go. The break of dawn. Well, look out! The Wyatt 6 is coming out. It's past midnight. The midnight hour is close at hand.
Oh, God, stop with that Michael Jackson stuff.
Ken says it's beautiful weather, sunny, no rain, and a breeze. Because they're right on that beach, Erie Beach. So
rain awesome. In here in Philly, outside of Philly. I don't
have any rain. I got crickets out of my ass out here.
I got rain big time. So there's nothing but rain all day.
Ken answers, he says, Carmelo after I don't like the 4-way. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Right. But I can see whoever wins this match. Maybe there is interference somehow. Whoever wins the triple threat match, maybe there's interference from God Man out.
You know what I'm guessing? Big Man's watching the show and his whole family's probably asleep.
You're probably right about that. You're probably right. Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
Well, Ken does stay up because he usually does a show with you for 4 hours.
He's a night owl. Yeah, his job and everything.
Plus, he works at nighttime, so he's probably sitting there with the cold one. Watching the show saying, man, these guys are idiots, especially that guy, Paul, But
yes.
And here's the thing, too. This is what I like. Ken makes a great point. Triple threats are no disqualifications. So that odd man out, whoever's left out of this triple threat, Carmelo Hayes maybe, or whoever's left out, is going to make some kind of appearance, Dave, to say, you know what, I'm left out. I'm going to screw somebody because I don't like LA Knight just like Paul doesn't like him. I'm going to screw him somehow. You know what I mean?
I want to take kudos for what I said earlier this week, and I think I'm right. I was right on this, and I'm on the money.
What's that?
I'm going back to Raw. Big man, I hope you're listening because I did say this, and it is happening next week. Sami Zayn is getting his title shot again, a rematch against him.
Oh, God, Sami Zayn again.
Yes. against Braun Breaker is getting another Intercontinental title shot on Monday Night Raw. They did announce that on Monday Night Raw.
You know how you always say LA Knight, the 3-word
But
tag.
I want to say I did say that was going to happen, that he would get a rematch. I called it.
You did. Just like your Andrade thing. You got that right. But you know what, Dave?
That's 2 for me. That's very rare that I get 2 right.
We got to click this show because that's the first time ever in history I think you ever got 2 right.
I think it is. It's got to be.
But you know what? You know how I always you say LA Knight, right?
Yeah.
I'm off the LA Knight thing probably for a month until he loses it within 3 weeks. I'm off of that LA Knight thing, so I'm not going to do that anymore. My next thing, Dave, that I'm going to do for the next week is, you know what it is, Dave? You ready for this?
If you say Escobar, I'm going to scream.
Oh, screw him. Okay, here it is. Go, Braun, go.
Go, Braun, go.
Braun Breaker.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I would love to see Sami Zayn get his title shot.
You are not going to take out Braun Breaker with one Halua kick. It's not going to happen. He's going to spear your ass.
It happened the first time.
Dave. I guess every blind squirrel finds a nut once.
Nah. Congrats to Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's going to be a good Intercontinental champion. Yes.
I agree.
He'll defend that belt very well.
Kenny says, do you think that Escobar would have the advantage because of his faction?
No.
You don't think so? Okay.
No.
Okay. Also, and Raw means no title change. On Raw means no title change.
Maybe.
Okay. Kenny says, Sammy is old news. Kenny, thank you so much. Checking in from Sandusky, Ohio out there. You know what, Ken? I agree with you. I'm holding your fort down here. Sammy is old news, Dave. Old news, okay?
Sammy may be old news, but Sammy's still a fan favorite, and they love him. So that, that could make a change, but it's not going to. I mean, Braun Breaker's going to win. I get it. But
thank you, Dave.
No, but I'm just saying, I did say that Sammy would get a rematch.
You did. I thought it was going to be too early because I thought this was going to set up, you know what, maybe some kind of feud somewhere, but not in a rematch clause with Braun Breaker to set up the bloodline, that turmoil with them being initiated into the bloodline, Roman Reigns team, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, that type faction maybe. But I didn't think he would get the title so fast, call Nick in and say, hey, listen, I need a rematch, okay? Mm-hmm. I didn't think it was going to be that fast. I didn't.
You mean Adam?
Adam Pearce, that's right. I'm Adam Pearce. See, this is what I thought right here. I thought Dragunov and Braun would be first. That's what I thought, not Sami Zayn.
Why do I always get Adam Pearce? I get Adam Pearce right on Raw, but when it comes to Nick Aldis, man, doesn't come.
I like Adam Pearce better, man. I like Adam Pearce.
I like Nick. I do. I like Nick. I think he's good. He's very good. Great.
I like Adam Pearce better.
I like him so much I forget his name.
Well, you really like him, yeah, right, Dave. I agree with Ken right here. It's Dragunov versus Braun is the next big feud. That's what I think. I love Dragunov because this guy, man, he's just so good.
Dragunov is awesome. He is phenomenal. I mean, he was great in NXT. Yeah.
Maybe we see a number one contender match here. If he loses, maybe Dragunov and Sami Zayn duke it out here.
It's a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Sure.
I don't know, man. I'm just over the Sami Zayn thing, man. I think it's.
But
I just don't know, Dave. I just don't know.
I get it. Can I just say, welcome back, OTC? Thank God.
Well, Dave, you know what? Let's talk about this, Dave. Okay, OTC. We did the show last week, and we talked about this, Dave. OTC. Let's get it. Let's don't get it twisted here. Is it the original tribal chief? Is it one tribal chief? What? It's the original, correct?
Right, the original tribal chief.
Well, let's talk about the OTC returns here, Dave. Oh,
he looks great. He looks great,
Dave. I think we've seen a different side of Roman Reigns. I think this is the nasty version of Roman Reigns.
I'm loving this because this is like you know what this is to me, Paul. Honestly, this is the big dog Roman Reigns. That's right.
The control the yard type Roman Reigns. That's right. The big dog of the yard. Dave, I couldn't agree with you more because that's what I see too. The way he comes out and his look. You really don't see this.
It's my yard. You don't deserve to be there. I am the original tribal chief. Solo, take your cronies out of there. I know your family. I get it. But
great.
I run the yard. And that's what I love. That I miss the big dog days, and this is what it's reminding me of the big dog days.
I agree. I'm glad you mentioned that, Dave, because I kind of agree. I 100% agree with you real quick. But I want to ask you real quick. Let's go back, rewind here. Who else besides Dragunov and Sammy could contend for the IC title? Bronson Reed, I think after that beating,
Bronson Reed, definitely Bronson Reed.
No, Dave, I think this push that what he did to Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, I think he's going after a Gunther, that type of opponent, because that is there.
He's not up there. He's not at that.
But Dave, why would you beat the hell out of Seth Rollins, one of the faces of the WWE,
just to make a statement that he can be, but he's not up there yet.
But then go back down to the IC title, Dave. I don't know if that's what they want to do. Do they want to continue that ride where I just took out one of the elite, Seth Rollins?
He could take out Braun Breaker. I would love to see that. I'd be okay with that.
But I could see that too, Dave. That would be one hell of a ring shaking match. I get that too.
It would. It really would.
Spear versus the Tsunami. I could see that all day long. I'd pay for that too. But my thing is, like, you beat up Seth Rollins, you put him on the shelf for maybe a month or two, whatever the rumor are. But why take him back down to the IC level when he can, push for that? Maybe somehow he gets into that. He gets into that Drew McIntyre CM Punk triple. In that, okay, you caused me a problem here. You interfere with my matches. How does that go to the next level too? I don't know.
It could. I just think he's that bruiser, that guy, the big bruiser that just come out and just wreck everybody. He's that guy. He's the Bronson Reed is the big bully of WWE right now.
Yeah, okay. He took over from Braun Breaker after he won the title. Now Bronson Reed is the bully, more of a bully now. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
But that would be one hell of a match, man. The Spear versus Bronson Reed.
The Spear versus the Tsunami.
Okay, Dave, let me ask you this real quick before we go back to the OTC here. If you're in this match, Dave, let me ask you one thing really quick. If you're in this match with Bronson Reed with the Tsunami, Braun Breaker with the Spear, what one move do you want to stay away from? Is it Braun Breaker Spear or the Tsunami for Bronson Reed? Which one would you not want to take?
The Tsunami.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I say the Spear, Dave. The reason why I say that is because Bronson Reed can sell the Spear. He can level out his body, like this way.
But when I see a 400-pound guy coming off on top rope, I don't know how big Bronson Reed is at this time. I don't know his weight level.
He's pretty damn big. Let's put it there. Let's leave it right there.
We'll leave it right there. A big guy like that coming off that top rope and I'm laying on there? Hell no.
But Dave, he's gonna, even when he hit Seth Rollins, he did curl the body a little bit so that impact is not.
Oh, Seth played it off great, but I'm just saying
he did. But Dave, you got to realize Braun Breaker.
You've been knocked out by the champ.
Hey, guys, if you don't know, I'm one of the guys that's been knocked out by a world welterweight boxer.
Think about this. You're knocked out by a welterweight boxer. Okay.
Welterweight champion, NAB champion of the world. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You're laying on the canvas. Do you want to see a big man like Bronson Reed coming off there and knocking you down with a Tsunami?
I'll tell you what, Dave. You want me to be quite honest with you? I'd rather take a Bronson Reed Tsunami than get hit by Listen. I'd rather take the Bronson Reed Tsunami from the top rope. Okay, 450 pounds, right on my chest, right on my body. Okay. Other than that, getting hit by Trayshawn Wiggins' right hand.
Oh, that's a big that I don't know.
Dave, have you seen there's a reason why he's the champion of the United States.
I get it. But seeing a 400-pound man coming down on you on a canvas? I don't know.
Well, either way, I'll tell you what. I'm probably going to end up in a hospital either way, a Spear or the Tsunami, Dave.
Without a doubt.
All right, well, Dave, let's get back to the Tribal Chief here. Let's talk about OTC's back, Dave.
But
the dog is back of the yard, Dave. I agree 100%.
That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I missed. I've been missing that for a long. I mean, did you watch it tonight? Did you see the ending?
Dave, of course I watched it.
How many ooh-ahs did you see? How many Superman punches did you see? Yes. That's the big dog. That's the big dog, man. That's the big dog.
You know what? It's like you're watching a movie, and all of a sudden, you watch one version, Fast and the Furious 1, which is the best movie ever made in the series. You watch that one time, then you go to the next one. You're thinking like, oh, I want more cars. I want this in there. Roman Reigns back to took me back to Fast and the Furious 1, where we're seeing the dog. How many did we see? How many Superman punches do we see? How many spears do we see? Not all in one night, Dave.
That's what I'm saying. That's
back.
That's the Roman I miss. I miss that Roman.
I agree. The nasty big dog.
Nasty Roman. Yep.
Like I'm gonna probably order me a big dog shirt.
I have a big dog sweatshirt. I wear it all the time. I love it.
He's back, Dave. But Dave, where does this play into? Okay, now let's talk about it tonight. The bloodline comes out. He gets jumped. Okay, Roman flips the switch. He turns it off.
Roman's got to get help. Roman needs help big time, and he's going to get it.
Where do we go? Where do we go? I mean,
got to go. Jimmy and Jay. Got to get Jimmy and Jay back in the mix. I think Sammy might show up.
Well, then you can't give Sammy a title next week. Then Dave, you can't give him a title.
You could. If he takes it to SmackDown, he could.
But Dave, here's the thing too. I kind of agree with you too, because of the fact, what did we see last week where Jay and Sami Zayn talking about tag teams?
Yeah. So I think he's got to get help somewhere along the line, but I think that's where he's going to go with it.
So you don't see Roman going solo right now until shit hits.
He might go solo. You know what's confusing me though? I'm surprised Paul Heyman's not back in the mix.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about that because remember at SummerSlam, I text you and I said, you always tell me, don't tell me what's going on. If you know it, don't say anything. I don't do it anymore. But I did text you. Remember I put in the group chat, the wise man is backstage.
Yeah.
Why isn't he back yet? Why?
Something ain't right. I don't know.
Is this a Brock Lesnar flip?
See, that's what I'm thinking too. I was just going to say that.
But what sense does that make? He lobbied for Roman Reigns to come back. You're not my tribal chief, the Timu Solo tribal chief. Okay, he said that. So why would he flip it and go to another one? His other child, Brock Lesnar. Why? After he lobbied for Roman Reigns to come back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery. But
Ken says the WWE took out that man from the most hated man in WWE to one of the most anticipated returns about Roman Reigns. Great book. I agree, man.
Absolutely.
My God, just the way they're bringing him back too. Roman was a bully and pissed off about his family and friends. I agree. I love this, Dave. You couldn't say it better. The dog is back.
The big dog's back, and I've been waiting for this for months, for years.
I agree. But let's get back to what we said here. I mean, where is Paul Heyman? What do you see the storyline taking?
Well, right now he's still in. We know he's still injured from when they took him out. So I don't know where they're going to go with it. I really don't.
Storyline, yes, he's still injured, Dave, but he's walking pretty good because he was backstage at SummerSlam.
I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. But maybe he brings out Brock and Brock helps out Roman. I don't know. But that would be stupid because Brock and Roman have had wars.
That's what I mean. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense
to me at all. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where they go with that.
Okay, I'm going to read a comment real quick, and I want to tell you something because I'm going to read his comment, and I'm going to tell you if I agree with this because I might agree with this. I'm going to read this first. Big Man checks in. He says, you're going to see Roman pick up a cell phone, hit the speaker on his phone, and call the wise man. Dave, let me say something. I agree with this one. This was the way I was going to push this because the wise man keeps people together. He keeps family together. What better way for him to call the wise man, just like we see, Paul Heyman pick up the phone, how he plays that off, and he used to see Roman, talking or whatever. You hear that voice there or that dial. Roman calls him, at the end of the show and says maybe something like call wise man or even, to see something like that to get the band back together.
Yeah.
Not the bloodline, 2.0 here. I'm talking Jimmy. Get those back together. Maybe this is time where we see one of the new generation bloodline come aboard.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's possible. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing Jimmy and Jay back together again with Roman. I think that'd be fine.
Because I can't see Brock coming in. There's the feud between Brock and Roman. You can't have that. And for a switch from Paul Heyman to Brock Lesnar after he lobbied for Roman Reigns, when he told Solo in the ring, I don't acknowledge you as my tribal chief. then he took the beating for that. Why would you take a beating and then switch your total philosophy to all feelings towards someone else and not return as the wise man for the OTC? You know what I mean?
I get you. Yeah, I understand.
Mhm.
No, I think Heyman's got to come in eventually. I just don't know what his role is going to be at this point. So,
Kenny agrees. He says Paul will be the mouthpiece to get the band back to. That's the way I see it, because he's a wise man for a reason. People listen to him. He's he does that. That's the way the way of words that he has. I think that's what it's going to be, and I don't think it's going to be this week, next week. I think it goes into after Bash at Berlin is when we see Heyman back, because that sets up the next pay-per-view, the Bloodline versus the Bloodline thing.
It does. Right. Exactly. Well, that's Survivor Series War Games. Absolutely.
See, this is what I think that, okay, Roman Reigns somehow gets beat. I don't know what it's going to be. The Bloodline attacks him, and he gets beat at the pay-per-view.
But then here comes Jimmy J and Sammy to help him. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that could happen, but I think this is where he takes the beating at the next pay-per-view at Bash at Berlin somehow, or even before or after. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think that's when you see him getting kicked in the ring, getting beat somehow, some way. That's when the phone call is made saying, "Wise man, I need you."
Right. Yeah.
That's when it was. What happens after that, Dave? That plays into Survivor Series. That plays into the War Game situation. What better way to say, you know what? The wise man will return. Next week you see him, and then he goes out to the ring. He says, "You are my tribal chief," whatever, like that. Next thing you say is, "We have family. Family is here." You see,
the family's back. Yep. Right now Roman can't do it by himself, so.
Paul will be the guy to mend the fences. I agree with that one too. I mean, I do. Roman will take a few poundings. I agree with that. I think that's what happens. I think he does take a pounding, of course, because what better way to bring the wise man in to solve the situation? He's the wise man. He solves everything.
That's his job.
He solves it. He doesn't blow it up. He solves it. So what better way to get your ass kicked and then call the wise man and say, "I need the wise man to bring all this back to, back to reality. Bring Roman Reigns. The nasty dog is here. I need, the little pit bulls in the yard too. Bring my family back. Not the Bloodline family, Solo, the Timu Solo, OTC, but bring the new Bloodline together."
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Yep.
Dave, what a show, man.
What a show. No doubt. Definitely. No doubt.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me hop on with you, man. I really do.
Hey, anytime, man. Big man, he's in Ohio, so I needed some help tonight. So what better way to have the man of the out of the box sports help me out tonight?
I don't run out of the box, man. It's everybody here, man. We're all peons. We all do this together, man. It's not one person versus everybody else. It's everybody. We're not 3 musketeers. We're 9 musketeers all together, man. That's what makes this the ship run.
Yes.
There's a reason why you guys are the best damn show at 10 o'clock at night. You know what I mean?
Hey, we do what we can.
We do. Ken says, "Great job, fellas." And Ken is pooped out from the roller coaster. He says, "Good night." Good night. Hey, guys, you can check out really quick. You can check out Ken next week, too. Monday and Wednesday, he'll be back. Here's our schedule, guys. Let me go over this real quick. Monday, let me go over all the shows. Silver and Black with Ken Fry. It's 6 o'clock, Sully Squad. 8:30 inside the Octagon. Dave will be back Tuesday at 7 p.m. with in screenings. And also we have a Commander show, 8:30 Commander's Gridiron. Ken will be back Wednesday. He's the hardest man working here on Out of the Box. I'll tell you that right now. Him and Dave. 8:05, the College Football Frenzy. 9:30, Dave and myself, 215 Boys. Thursday, myself will be a weekly pick'em show with Dan. Dan will be back on Friday night, 8 p.m. Big Blue Power. And, of course, you'll have the regular crew back. Dave, Kurt, Adam, and the big man Ken, the Atomic Drop Podcast. Guys, we have new shows coming all the time. Make sure you subscribe to Out of the Box Sports. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. We're everywhere. We appreciate it. 119 live viewers right now. Thank you so much. Even the trolls that check in, we love you. Thank you so much.
We love you.
We do. Yep. So if you like what you're hearing, make sure you hit that subscribe button, of course. And Dave, man, listen, man. I'll let you have the ropes here.
But you forgot one thing.
You know what, Dave? I think I'm going to get my ass kicked for forgetting this guy, huh?
Attorney Big Al.
You already know, guys. If you need a lawyer out there in the Philadelphia and New Jersey area, please give him a call. 1-800-HURT-123. That is right. 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al, Jason Fine. He specializes in the motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims. He has you covered throughout Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Cherry Hill. That's right, 3 locations. First, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 3 Greensboro Lane. City of trashy Philadelphia there, because we're Dallas Cowboy fans. We have to get that in there. 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120. My neck of the woods, Pittsburgh, PA. 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. Make sure you call them 1-800-HURT-123. No recovery, no fee. And guess what? The best thing is you mentioned Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. The Atomic Drop tonight told you to call him if you get injured in any kind of accident. Not 50, not 45, not 40, not 35. 33.33%. Real recovery, no fee. Where the hell are you going to get that? Like, that's like L.A. Night. It's Big Al. That's what it is.
Right there. Big Al.
You already know. So make sure you give him a call. Mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment, especially the Atomic Drop podcast, because that's where you heard it tonight. No recovery, no fee. 33.33%. Because you know what? Here at Out of the Box, you're part of the family, and we always initialize you part of the family when you call 1-800-HURT-123. So,
yes, sir.
Dave, an hour and 51 minutes, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we say.
Can you still hear my crickets?
I can hear them every once in a while.
Yeah, Dave. 12 o'clock in the morning, and we got crickets outside my front window, man.
12:30.
I know, Dave. Man, 53-year-old guy talking at 12 o'clock at night, man. I'm getting old for this, Dave.
Fucking WWE wrestling.
Definitely. Well, guys, I just want to let you know the next show coming up, of course, is going to be Ken Fry's show Monday. It's Monday at 10 a.m. That is the Silver and Black Raiders show. So please give him a like out there. Make sure you follow that as well. Make sure you follow all of our shows here on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. We appreciate all the live viewers checking in. Make sure if you're on Twitter, which we have most of our viewers from, that and YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button at the time for all your notifications, and make sure you comment. Double click that video. Comment box will pop up there. Let us know how you feel. You agree with this? These guys are idiots. These guys make sense. Whatever you want to say, hey, we're cool with it. We don't care. We just love doing what we do, talking a sport called wrestling.
We love it.
We love it.
We love it.
Well, Dave, you ready to get out of here, man?
Absolutely, Paul. Thank you again. And Big Man, thanks for checking in. And everybody else who checked in tonight, we really appreciate you checking in and watching the greatest 10 o'clock show at Friday nights. Appreciate it.
What did you say? The best what?
I said the greatest show at 10 o'clock. I said the best damn show at the 10 o'clock hour.
You already know that's what it is. That's what it is. Others out there can hate us, they can love us, whatever. We don't care. But you check into our shows, we don't check into yours, so we're doing something damn right.
We're doing something right. Absolutely.
Well, Dave, you know what? As long as I don't have to say it, that 3-word version, go ahead and take it away because that's your favorite wrestler right now.
Hey, everybody. I want to say thank you again for checking in. It really means a lot to Atomic Drop Podcast, the best damn show at 10 o'clock hour on Friday night. You know it. I know it. Everybody else knows it. And thank you again. And thank you for tuning in to the Atomic Drop Podcast. Let me talk to you. Yeah. Thanks again. See ya.
This week.